Hello, my YouTube family. We got power last night, and I literally stayed up until at least 2 o'clock in the morning because I didn't want to go to sleep thinking that it was a dream all along. People, I missed you so much. What? I missed you so much. And I want to thank each and every one of you for the well wishes and the support and the checking up on me. It was a beautiful thing trying to check it out on my cell phone, trying to keep that charged, trying to read my emails on my cell phone. Oh God, it was a nightmare, people. It was a nightmare. We're still not out of the woods, but at least my neighborhood now has power, and I have heat in the house. I don't have to wear a sweater with coats and a hood and two pairs of socks. And oh, it was fierce, people. It was fierce without power. Fierce without power. And it had the nerve to go off on me when I was watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta with the two hairstylists, Miss Lawrence and Derek J. I finally got to watch the rest of it last night because I had it on, I had it DVR'd. So thankful. I mean, everything went out, people. Everything went out. I don't even want to get into the refrigerator right now because I know I have so many things to throw out. And, with certain stores and certain groceries still being closed, it's going to be quite difficult to go out shopping. Now, in order to go out shopping, you need gas in the car, which right now I have so little of that I think I just have enough to just roll my car right out the driveway and not go any further. I'm not joking, people. I'm not joking. I came home from work last night, prayers throughout the entire drive. Prayers throughout the entire drive. As a matter of fact, there was a woman, one of my coworkers, who covers for me for lunch. She called and said, I can't come to work because I have no gas. It's getting that serious, people. It is getting so very real. I said, seriously? She said, if you only understood the fumes that I drove home from in the car, getting her to her house the night before, I can understand it. Because I have never seen my gas this low. And the thing is, I bought a good half a tank, only half a tank on the Sunday before Monday, which was when the storm really hit. And I'm thinking, oh, half a tank will just do me just fine. And it's no big deal. And people were, a couple of cars were in the gas station. They pretty much had the same idea. But we did not think it was going to be this deep, people. We so seriously did not think that it was going to be this deep. We in the house. This is a good, sturdy house. I love this house. We only lost a shingle. One shingle, and we lost a window guard. That is it. Pop is fine. I'm fine. He's actually at work. At one point, I think it was Sunday. No, it had to be Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't even remember. I had to literally, because my father, in any capacity that he can, and with any excuse, he will go and make some extra ducats. He will crawl to the job if he has to, walk from here, Queens, to Great Neck, if he has to make some extra ducats. I'm not saying that my father is greedy. He just really wants to be financially secure, and he would like to leave me financially secure when he's gone, but let's not even go there. So on Sunday night, I think it was, no, it had to be Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't even remember, people. I had to go after work to the job. I actually had to come home, pick up my flashlight. I don't even remember what day it was. Pick up the flashlight, because by then we were out of power, and go with him to his job, because my cell phone was the only working cell phone, which, by the way, I'm going to tell you about that nightmare, that everybody at his job could rely on. Not mine, but the person that he was going to relieve. He had a cell phone, but his was well charged. Mine only had 1 bar left, and I was really freaking out. So my father had to stay at the job. I went with his coworker to a pizzeria, people, to use their electricity, because it was like a pizzeria, a Chinese store, and a Dunkin' Donuts. Those were the only 3 stores that had electricity, and people were lined around the block just to recharge their iPads, their iPods, their iPhones. So I went to the pizzeria with this guy, this coworker of my father's. I really didn't want to go with him, people. But I went with him, and he asked me if I wanted anything to eat. So I figured, okay, you know what? I just don't want to just use these people's electricity and not give them any service. So my father's coworker said, I'm going to have some soup. What would you like? And I said, I would like a slice of pizza and a Coke. Because we found a booth with a charger, with a, it's getting kind of windy out there, with a socket right next to it. So I was like, yes, okay. So, oh, it's these birdies on the, oh, look at that. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, I'm sorry. Cute little birds landing on the AC, which, by the way, stay put. Both ACs, the one in the living room and the one in the bedroom, stayed put through that windy time. So, okay, so where was I? Okay, back to the pizzeria. Yes. So the phone was charging. I mean, this thing needed to be charged up, but good. I was on my last bar, and you know, when you have to recharge, it takes a good while. So I recharged. We were sitting and he was talking, and then he decided to show me his iPhone and all the things that it could do and blah, blah, and this, that, and the other. Okay, fine. So his soup comes. So I'm thinking, well, that's very strange, because shouldn't the pizza come with the soup? I mean, shouldn't everything come at once? So he got, it's the noises that the birds make. This makes me very nervous. But they're cute. Anyway, so he got his bowl of soup, hot bowl of soup, pea soup, I think it was. And he started eating. Eating. I'm still waiting for the pizza. Don't y'all know the phone got charged up? He finished his bowl of soup. My pizza never came. Now, let me preface by stating that I don't want to throw the race card down or anything, but I really was the only black one in the pizzeria, and everybody else was getting served, and I never got my slice of pizza. So you know what? I just wanted to get the hell on out of there. My phone was charged. I was ready to go. So my father's coworker kept saying, well, you have to stay and waiting for your pizza. I said, you know what? I really, no, let's go. The phone is charged. That's really all what I came for, which is the truth. And let's go. He goes, I really feel badly. I said, you know what? I'm not that hungry. Don't even worry about it. I really wasn't. Don't worry about it. Let's get to stepping. Let's get to book. So he paid for his soup. Out we went. I mean, he kept through the entire time walking back to his SUV, which is what he had. He kept saying, and he doesn't really speak English all that well. He kept saying, you know, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, don't worry about it. Don't think twice about it. The phone is charged. That is all I'm there for. So he drove me back to the building with my father, where I had to stay with him until 10 o'clock because that's when my father's relief was coming. Got to the job. The cell phone was never used. And surprisingly enough, now my father's coworker left, you know, with telling Pop, you know, you got to watch out for this. And, you know, there's really nothing going on because the building itself had no power. My father's just sitting there with a flashlight in this big, huge atrium. And there's no, do you hear them? I don't know if you can hear them. I don't know if they're arguing or, well, this is a first. Anyway, excuse me. I am trying to have a conversation with my family. If you don't mind. Answer me back. Okay, so I'm sitting there with my father. I have my flashlight from the house. He has his flashlight from the job. And we're just sitting there. We're talking. He's supposed to stay there until 10. He was doing the shift from 6 to 10. And surprisingly enough, the person who takes over after him from 10 to whenever came an hour earlier, came at 9. So we were like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So we left at 9:10, came back home and called it a night. Came to an empty, cold house. Oh, it was fiercely cold, people. It was really, really, really cold. So again, my fault, like, you know, Friday he sleeps over like he normally does. So he's probably on his way home now. He said, though, when I called him last night and told him, guess what, we have power. He said, oh, that's a fantastic thing. Now, I'm kind of really, really low on gas, but I'm going to try to find a gas station. Good luck, Pop. Going to try to find a gas station because he has 2 canisters. He's going to fill one for himself and try to fill one for me. I am hoping to Jesus that he succeeds because I really don't know. The lines that I saw, people, for gas. And I don't know if any of y'all heard, but of course, somebody in Queens yesterday, a line for miles. I'm not joking. 4 miles. Some fool had to try to cut in the front. And when somebody called him out on it, this fool pulled a gun. Like, it's getting that serious, people. It's really getting serious. You know the show Revolution? If any of you watch Revolution, where the power goes out throughout the entire world, yeah, that's what we were living in. For real. Seriously. For real. So, of course, you know, had to be in Queens, had to be, quote unquote, one of my peoples. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And they arrested his black butt. So, yeah, that won't be happening again. You have to wait in line as long as it is, just like the rest of everybody else that's waiting in line. I mean, people have gotten to the point where they sleep in the car because the gas station, A, is not open yet. But they know that the oil truck is coming at around 5 a.m. to fill the gas station with oil and obviously with gas. So people are waiting the night before. It's getting that serious, people. The night before, sleeping in their cars, waiting for the gas station to open so they could get some gas. And most of these people were getting gas for their generators. So it was serious, people. I'm sure it still is. I haven't turned on the TV. I don't know what improvements or no improvements have happened yet. I'll be doing that as soon as I'm done taping this for my people. And I know I'm going on 15 minutes, but I have to fill you in on everything because I missed you so very much. As you can see, don't even, well, I couldn't get my hair done, obviously, because, you know, the woman who does my hair, she is extremely sick, people. She is extremely sick. We need to say serious prayers. Her coworker, I'm sure, was out of power also. Now, of course, just because the power came back today, that doesn't mean I'm going to run over there to try to get my hair done. That's not going to happen because A, I don't have any gas. B, I don't have any money. Now, here's another thing. All of the banks that I need to get my money from, they are closed. So, and the ATMs. And the ATMs are closed. Now, I don't do ATMs. I'm old school like that. I never had an ATM card for emergencies. Apparently, it don't help none because this is an emergency and all the ATMs are shut down. So, what's the point? But my bank is closed, and yeah, so I'm just running on credit cards right now, which I really do not want to do. But thankfully, we did manage to get paid. I managed to pay my bills and mail them. So, and this was the big, you know, the last of the month is usually the chunkiest. All of the bills, credit card bills, Geico, the big stuff. So I got a chance to mail that out, so I'm not behind in anything, thankfully. For a couple of days, the mail did not get delivered. Now, I thought the mail was supposed to get delivered between rain, sleet, snow, hail, and all of that nonsense. Well, you know, I guess that doesn't cover hurricanes. But, yeah, for a couple of days, we didn't get any mail. I think we just started getting mail 2 days ago. So that's that with that. People, I'm so glad to be back up and running. I am so glad to be back up and running. I know I am looking like a sad case. Sad case. I hope I'm not scaring any of you, but yeah, this is me at the rawest. As you can see, my bed is just not made because I really literally bounced out and I said, "Oh, I got to make a video for my family." Yes, I did. I did brush my teeth though. So, you know, my breath is smelling good. So I'm not hurting anybody's feelings. Okay? So that is it, people. I actually do have something on my lips, believe it or not. My little baby lips. My little Maybelline baby lips in cherry. Oh, and let me tell you, with no power, because I still had to go to work, okay? With no power. Well, let me reel it back. We got an email. Well, you know, obviously we didn't go to work Monday and Tuesday. But Wednesday we had to go back to work because there was a call-in line that we got the Friday before, that we got handed to us the Friday before the storm, stating that, you know, call this number to make sure whether the offices are open or closed. Well, obviously, Monday they were closed. Tuesday they were closed. So, you know, it was kind of fun. You know, not having to go to school. I was just going to say, but because my inner child was like, woo, no school. And I was like, woo, no work. And, but we were going through a hurricane. Hello? I mean, you could hear trees snapping. And as a matter of fact, the one in front of the house lost 2 huge branches and they blocked the street. So, yeah. And it went across the street to the house across the street, but it only brushed their fence. So no damage was done. So that was taken care of. And thankfully, the sanitation and fire department came and they took care of the branches and stuff like that. But they did not get rid of the huge tree trunks. They just cut them up and put them on the side of our house. I was like, aren't y'all going to take those? They're still there. But whatever. So, I'm all over the place, people. I'm sorry. But, you know, I'm just so excited to be back up. What was I saying? Oh, the weather hotline. So, on Tuesday, I called the weather hotline on my cell. And they did say that the offices would be open on Wednesday. So, okay, fine. You know, my inner child was like, no. Thought I was going to have the whole week off. No. So went back to work on Wednesday, and Wednesday morning, now, hello, my cell phone has an alarm on it. Big surprise, Nancy. I think all cell phones pretty much have an alarm on. But this was the first time I was using it. And it has this cute little ditty of a tune that woke me up. And it's just so nice and pleasant. I was like, you know what? I'm going to use my cell phone's alarm from now on. Because with the beep, 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 beep of my alarm, which now is all fakakta, and I don't know how to fix it. It's just blinking. I said, that is a shock to the system when you have to wake up and you're nice and cozy in your, in your bed on a nice cold night. This cute little tune on my cell phone, oh, it is the cutest little thing. I know the song, but it's kind of like Muzak, like it's like elevator music, and it's loud. Of course, it's obviously I put it loud enough for me to wake up to. But it's just a cute, calming. It doesn't just like bam in your face wake you up. It just kind of rubs your back and says, it's time to wake up. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use that from now on. Because shock to the system every damn morning for X amount of years. Enough is enough. I'm getting old. I can't take much more of any more shocks. So I'm going to use my cell phone, at least until I can try to fix my alarm, because I don't know what's going on over there. And it's so old that I don't even know if it can be repaired. It's just blinking. But anyway, so my alarm woke me up. I'm all over the place. My alarm woke me up, but I'm still waking up at, 6:16 or 6:15, and I am getting dressed. At least we had hot water, so at least I had that going. But waking up after I am covered like a cocoon with my covers, then I have to wake up to this cold, cold, freezing house, tiptoe myself to the shower, take a shower, try to get dressed in the cold, and it is still pitch black. I'm walking around with a flashlight. I had to literally every day, because I was not going to go to work makeup-less, right? Every day, put my face powder. I didn't do any concealer. I didn't do anything major, like, the real deep stuff. I took my MAC Select Sheer. I chose a blush. I didn't even take an eyeliner. I just took mascara. And I used my Just Bitten Kissables. And every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I changed it up a bit. I changed my mascara every day. I kept the Select Sheer every day. So, my little gold makeup pouch that I have, y'all know it. I was going to get it, but y'all know. Every day, coming home from work with the flashlight, I would take everything out and put something new for the next day. And thankfully, for the rest of this week, I had like a black top and, different color pants. So it was basic. It was, the basic essentials. I just took a Just Bitten Kissable. I changed that up. I think I used Smitten, Lovesick, and Crush. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I changed that up. I don't remember the blushes. I used my Jane blushes because they were small enough and I could just put them in the case. And I used my Panthera mascara, the little mini Panthera mascara that I have. So it was simple, but I had to take them with me so I could go to work and put my face on. So I would get to work at least half an hour earlier, because usually in the morning I get dressed and I'm just chilling because I wake up early enough that I don't have to rush. I have time to do my onlining, check up on my Facebook, do this and that. Well, with no power, and I didn't want to, use up all the energy on my cell, I just, I had all the extra time. I actually could have slept a little longer so I could just get up and go. But I still woke up at the same time every morning, and I just left a little earlier, and I got to work earlier, where as soon as I got to work, I would plug in my phone to get it charged, and B, do my makeup so I wouldn't scare folks. So, you know, everybody, you know, people walking around with wet hair because they had to wash their hair and they couldn't blow dry their hair. And we were all a mess. We were all a hot mess. So I didn't feel so bad, but seeing that I'm the receptionist, I had to try to look at least somewhat presentable. So I did that. So people, I'm almost going on 30 minutes. So let me just cut it short. Cut it short, for real, Nancy. And show you, hey, I am alive and well. I'm here. Pop is doing okay. We don't know what we're going to do for food. That's a whole other ball of wax. We may have to order in. We don't even know if deliveries are going to be made. That's a whole other ball of wax. I do know for sure that there is a McDonald's on Springfield, I think, or Linden, that's open. It was the only thing open Wednesday after work. I mean, everything was shut down. And I saw this line. Only a few cars. I guess only a few people knew that this McDonald's was open. Few cars were just doing their best to get in and get out. So Wednesday, Thursday, and yesterday, that's all I ate, people. Hey, McDoubles are $1 and the sweet tea is $1. So it comes up to $2.16. Can't go wrong. I know I'm getting low on funds, but I did have enough to at least have dinner. Or I would have enough at work to have a huge lunch. Because I think, Wednesday and Thursday night, I did not go to McDonald's. I had a huge enough lunch at work where it kept me full, and I came home and I didn't have any dinner those 2 nights. But last night, I only had a slice of pizza for lunch at work. And that I knew was not going to hold me up. So I just had to drive to the drive-thru, low on gas as I was, drive through the drive-thru, get my little McDouble with my sweet tea, bam, came home, ate in the dark, had my own ambiance, people, had a candle to my left and a candle to my right. Ambiance for me. Now, if there was ever a time where I needed a man, hello? But obviously that wasn't going to happen. Surprisingly enough, though, last night, specifically, for some reason, I was thinking a lot about my past. So much so that I went to my diary, because there was one person in particular that he is roaming around in my head, and I have no idea why. A youngin'. He was written about. I have a bunch of diaries from the time I was 11 to the present. So I have my entire life in books. And he was roaming around so strongly in my head that I just said, you know what? Let me read his chapter or pages in my diary. 2005, okay? So I had to look for the diary in 2005. And I read those pages with a flashlight on the floor because I couldn't go to sleep. I wasn't tired enough. So I was reading and I was, going down memory lane. And I was like, oh, wow, I don't remember this happening and this, that, and the other. And then when the romance died, it wasn't even a romance. It was just a thing. And I finished reading. I was like, oh, that was so sad. And then I kind of remembered everything that was going in my head. So then afterwards, I was getting kind of sleepy. I put my diaries away, crawled into the bed, but I didn't go straight to sleep. I was still, kind of remembering. And then I had to go to the bathroom. So as I'm throwing the covers off to go to the bathroom, pop, go the lights. I was like, what? Hello? Forgot I had to go to the bathroom, people. I was so happy. The lights in the living room were on, because when everything went off, I kept everything on because, you just don't know. The lights in the living room went on. The bathroom light was on. Everything was on. I was so happy. People, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. That's why I didn't go to sleep until 2, because I thought I was dreaming. I really thought I'm like, is this real? Is this real? And some of you who know me on Facebook, y'all saw how happy I was. So, yeah. So that's it, people. I am here. I am alive and well. It is the weekend. You know I won't be doing no Face of the Day on the weekend, because I just don't. But we're back here. I am so grateful and thankful for your prayers and your well wishes. And Pop and I are doing fine. And thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Thank you for checking up on me. I love all of you. I do. It is November, people. Now you know about the giveaway. Yes, I'm still going to remind you. Only those that do videos 18 and over. Okay. So I have a project to do, because now I have to write the names of all of my subscribers that do make videos and that are 18 and over. Make a list. And from, next month, I will choose a name and bam, give it away. So there you have it, people. So I've got my work cut out for me. And I'm so thankful and grateful that you have hung in there with me, checking up on me. I am fine. The lights, I'm looking at the light right now, is here. And electricity is back on. The house is back to being warm again. And yeah, I'm still in my nightgown, people. So I just, like I said, I popped out of bed and just came and did a video, brushed my teeth, and put on some baby lips, and came and spoke to you, my family. Love you so very much. Okay, let me call it a day for now, because it's over half an hour. I love you so much. Take care of yourselves. I was going to say those that are still without power, hang in there, but you won't be able to see me saying that because you don't have any power. Prayers, we still got a long way to go. Lots and lots of people have lost their houses. Not here necessarily in Queens, but in Staten Island, in New Jersey. If you have been watching this disaster take place, it's no picnic. It's not fun. There's nothing, thrilling about going through a hurricane, because this was no joke, people. This was really no joke. We may not have had the rain, but we had so much wind. And I never knew that winds could be strong enough to uproot a tree that has been planted in the ground since, 1701. I'm serious. I have seen uprooted trees throughout this neighborhood like nobody's business. Like they were just like, a house of cards. They just fell on the house or fell on cars. It's no joke. But thankfully, this house withstood it, minus the shingle and a window guard. Hey, no great shakes. We're here. We're alive and kicking. I have my computer. I have everything. I have my electricity back. So thank you so very much for hanging in there. Continue with the prayers and the support for those that have lost everything. And, I will see you probably on Monday. Okay? Back to the regularly scheduled programming. Excuse the hair. I don't even know when I'm going to get that done, but excuse the hair. Yeah, I guess I should start to use my curling iron, huh? Maybe. Anyway, on that note, I love you so very much. Thank you so very much for hanging in there with me, looking out for me, and I'm here. I'm back, and let the madness continue. Okay? I love you. Bye now.